Michael Gove has exposed the European Union for trying to make a political land grab in Northern Ireland during the early stages of Brexit negotiations. Michael Gove revealed EU officials wanted to plant a flag in Northern Ireland, keeping it part of the Union forever during Brexit talks. The Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster explained trade talks are not in that position now. Speaking to BBC Breakfast, Mr. Gove said, "It is the case that there will be some EU officials who will welcome Northern Ireland to make sure that they're satisfied the process we're in control of will be running appropriately. But that's standard when you've got trade agreements. It's often the case you have people from one country going to their trade partner in order to make sure that the systems put in place match the agreement that's been concluded. That's fairly standard practice." At one stage there were people in the EU who wanted to mount a political land grab and say, "We're planting a flag and there is a bit of Northern Ireland that is for the EU." We're not in that position now. We were quite clear that we were very keen on pragmatic and friendly business like cooperation, and that's what we've got. The cabinet minister has said a post-Brexit trade deal will be very difficult without movement from the EU. Asked for a percentage of how optimistic he was, Mr. Gove told Times Radio, "I think it's so close to December 31st that it'll move away from setting percentages, and instead what it'll be doing is hoping that on the EU side we get the movement that we need in order to seal the deal that I know that we want to." He added, "Unless we see some movement on the EU side, then it will be very difficult." Mr. Gove told BBC Breakfast he hopes Prime Minister Boris Johnson's dinner with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen will create further political momentum after he reached an agreement on border checks and trading rules for Northern Ireland with his counterpart in the UK-EU Joint Committee on Wednesday. "I am hopeful that the Prime Minister will be able to lay out, over the course of dinner, where movement is required," he said. "The conversation between the Prime Minister and the President tonight, I hope, will create further political momentum, which will make sure that we do reach an agreement."